If you only had $500 to build an entire whiskey collection, what would you choose? You're about to see my list. Okay, so I made this video because I was like, okay, we have a lot of beginners getting into stuff. And again, dropping $500 at once is like, oh, that can be a lot of money for a lot of people, right? But if you want to kind of cover all your bases, we've got some bourbons, got some ryes, got some mixers, got some scotches, got some different types of stuff. We're gonna try to stick to $500. I've kind of calculated this in my head a little bit. I'm gonna go over a little bit, but you'll get my drift. All right, so number one, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select. Okay, so again, I talk about all the time. If you haven't been into the Jack Daniel since 2020 when they switched master distillers, you need to get into it. Anything in these square bottles is going to be really, really, really good. Okay, so it's higher proof, it is better quality, better selection, better blending, higher age statements, all the sorts, right? So the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select is going to be a single barrel, a little bit higher proof, but it's still only 50 bucks. Okay. Now again, give or take a few dollars on all these prices, this is going to be regional, right? So number two, we're going to go Four Roses small batch. Okay, so again, a little bit higher proof than regular Four Roses. It's going to incorporate a little bit more of their flavors. This is one of my first favorite bottles. It's really universal. It's going to bring that high rye into it. It's also a really great mixer, and it's like 30, 35 bucks. So really cheap. We're going really low on that one, but it's going to punch way above its price point. Number three, we're gonna go Buffalo Trace. Now again, I'm a Buffalo Trace hater because they are Buffalo Trace, but the regular release, brand name Buffalo Trace bottle, it's a great bottle. It is a really, really good bottle. And if you can find a store pick, dude, it's crazy. And we're talking 30 bucks, right? If you're getting it for MSRP. Now again, I know it's Buffalo Trace, but the market's cooling down. A lot of you are seeing these products a lot more in your stores. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna stick with it. All right, number four, we're gonna go with Old Forester 1910. Now I was kind of back and forth on 1910 versus 1920, but I picked 1910 because it's double oaked. Again, it's a little bit higher proof. I think it's 93 proof, but it's got that double oak profile, but still really, really sweet. And it's only like, I think it's 55 bucks. Really, really cool bottle. And we're kind of covering all of our mainstream distilleries as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with this. So. Moving on to a rye, and we're actually going to cover two categories here. We have a double oaked rye with Sagamore double oaked rye. Now, we've hit $60 on this, okay? So it's going to be one of the little bit higher expensive bottles as far as this type of budget. But proof is not crazy on it. I want to say it's like 86 proof. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it introduces a really, really unique genre to your whiskey cabinet. So not only is it rye, but it's a double oaked rye, which is one of my favorite categories. So you got your spice, you got your char, you got your sweetness because it's a Maryland style rye, so you still got more corn in it. I think it's a really, really great kind of catch-all whiskey in general. All right, so moving on, we have Devil's River Distillers Select. So this is a Texas bourbon. Texas bourbon is really its own category. Now I could have thrown Still Austin in here as well, because I think that Still Austin is probably the best overall category of Texas bourbon, but this specific bottle of Devil's River is my favorite Texas bourbon, period. It is hot, it is sweet, and it's flowery. It's got a little bit of leather, a little bit of char. It is a super cool product, and it's 120 proof for only 60 bucks. All right, next, Crown Hand Select. I like Canadian whiskey. I think that you need to have one in there because you're always gonna have a Crown fan come over to your house, right? But you wouldn't want to be like, oh yeah, here's my Crown, regular Crown, what is it, the purple label. But, oh, hey man, check this out. You like Crown, you've been drinking Crown and Sprite or Crown Apple your whole life, check this out, right? So it's 103 proof, it's hand selected. Crown has this super cool thing where you can do like 55 different profiles because they got different Soleras and they do different blends with those Solera stills, right? This one is super, super like toffee forward. And if you've never had higher proof Crown in your life, which is rare, because even they're 18 years, 80 proof, it's really good. It's really, really, it's a very, very sweet, little bit higher proof whiskey, super toffee butterscotch. Love it. You can usually find that Total Wine for about 55 bucks. All right, next up we have Wild Turkey 101 Rye. So I wanted to cover my regular rye basis with this, and I think Wild Turkey does one of the best rye products in the market. This is going to be a barely legal rye, so a lot more corn, and it's Wild Turkey 101, so higher proof, and it's 25 bucks. So super great value, super great taste, and it's 101 proof. Next, we're gonna move on to Maker's Mark 101. So same thing as what I did with the Wild Turkey 101. I wanted to cover my wheated bourbon basis with a cheaper bottle that's higher proof. Maker's Mark 101 is gonna be the bottle for that, right? So you could also mix this for your mixed drinks. This could be really good for people that come over like, hey, I drink Maker's Mark. Well, hey, have you had this kind of next tier, a little bit more special Maker's Mark, right? 35 bucks. Next, we're gonna move on to a cask strength rye for only $45. And that's gonna be Stellum. So that is Barrel Bourbons or Barrel Spirits kind of flagship brand. So it's gonna be consistent every time. And this is gonna be one of my favorite rye profiles. It's citrus, spice, vanilla cream. So this is gonna be a 95.5. So moving away from the Wild Turkey barely legal mash bill. This is gonna be a super high rye mash bill. So 95 rye, 5% malted barley, cask strength, so 114, 115, 116, and it's 45 bucks. Moving on, we need a scotch in there. Now, this is not a scotch, but it's a single malt and it's kind of close to scotch. Penderyn, it's a Welsh brand. It is one of my favorite single malts that's not American ever. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so kind of charred, fermented fruit grainy note, very soft, very pleasant. And if you get some of their really high-end releases of that, oh gosh, they're great. But just their base level, their base release will do, the $50 bottle. And again, I know that's a lot for a base release, but it's an imported product. It's single malt, like it's got prestige to it. And it's a really good product. So Penderyn, their base release, about 50 bucks. And then I want to do an Irish. Wrap it up with an Irish. So Jameson Black Barrel, $45. Again, are there much better Irish whiskeys? Yes, I think Redbreast is probably still king in that category. But I was very pleasantly surprised with this Jameson Black Barrel. Again, specifically the Black Barrel, because it's going to be a little bit higher charred. They're going to use ex-bourbon barrels. I'm sorry, a little bit longer age, right? Going to have more barrel influence. It's gonna have a little bit of sweet, gonna have a little bit of spice, a little bit of grain, a little bit of softness. You get a little bit of that single malt note in it. It's still gonna be true Irish whiskey. It's readily available, it's 45 bucks, and it's a really great way to cap off your collection. Going through that list, number one, we got Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, 50 bucks. Four Roses Small Batch, 35 bucks. Buffalo Trace, $30. Old Forester 1910, $55. Sagamore Double Oaked Rye, $60. Devil's River Distiller Select, $60. It's gonna be really hard to find. If you can't find it, go with some Still Austin. Crown Hand Select, 55 bucks at Total Wine. Wild Turkey 101 Rye, $25. Maker's Mark 101, $35. Stellum Cask Strength Rye, $45. Penderyn, $50. Jameson Black Barrel, $45. So again, I know I went over a little bit. Obviously, we can see it on the screen, but this is a really great way to start off your whiskey collection, and then you just kind of go up these same bottles, just kind of go up the ladder with that, and you're gonna have a phenomenal collection, right? Hope y'all enjoyed this, and feel free to drop in the comments what you would do with $500, right? Hand you $500, build a whiskey collection, what would you choose, right? Hope y'all enjoyed, see you in the next video. Let me walk you through a whiskey experience in your home or party venue, the private in-home flights. This is a top tier flight experience for you in your home or at a party venue with your friends, your family, whatever it may be. Anything from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pours of a special flight tasting curated by me. And that theme can be anything. We can do food pairings as well, chocolate, cheese, bacon. Very customizable experience for you and your friends and your family. I come to you, I bring all the glasses, I bring everything you need. Email me, rank1023 101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010. That'll be in the description. Back to the video. Do you want a personally curated whiskey flight at your door every single month? Well, I've got good news for you. Whiskey of the Month Club. Every single month, you get 4 pours of a flight curated by me in a video going through this with you. So we're going over specs of the bottle, history, all kinds of cool things about that bottle, taking you through tasting notes. It's a themed flight every month, delivered to your door every month, whether you're local or far away. It's 4 pours, $55 a month for 1 ounce, $95 a month for 2 ounces. So if you'd like to sign up, email me, rank1023@gmail.com. It's also in the description, and we'll show you how to get there. Back to the video.